The William Giantson Conspiracy. As we all know, William Giantson was the leader, or former CEO, of Creeper Alchemy in around 2020, in which he experimented with many different things. In this document, I will be going through the theory that William Giantson is not only still alive, but right under our noses. You may be asking yourself, what do you know? You're just a chump from OCSMP. Well, dear viewer, I'm not just a chump from OCSMP. I'm also a chump from AutumnSpark. That's right, the server where the Donkey Kong bit originated. Now, let's look at the facts. This is Slim Willy. He is very intelligent. He has knowledge of many things. And he knows how to create Donkey Kong arcade cabinets. He's blue. He's buff. Remember these facts for later. It will be very important. In the lore of AutumnSpark, Sigma Donna's Applied Sciences was never actually built. It was already in the world when Slim and Soilani May arrived. They took over the lab and formed a kingdom just to fuck with us. Perchance. After a long day of stomping turds, Slim Willy decided he had an idea. To kill Arthur Fawcett, King of Valor, by tramping them with Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong was invented in July 1981. How many letters does July have? 4. What also has 4 letters? Slim. And Will. Slim Willy. Somehow, he's connected. But how can we find this out? Well, let's look at the facts. Again. In the finale of AutumnSpark, Creeper Alchemy gets discovered. But what is this place? Why is it here? We have no clue. We only know one thing for certain. It has Donkey Kong. How, you may ask? There's nothing about Donkey Kong and Creeper Alchemy in the finale video. Wrong. There's one mention. Donkey Doss. That's right, the super intelligent AI known as Donkey Doss is present in the video, in which he appears to our friends and tells them he can help defeat Soydos. The fight goes through the ages, and finally, Donkey Doss combines with Soydos and becomes Donkey Doss Neo.
I doubt it.
This gives him access to the entire facility. Why is this important? It's just backstory, but it does kinda matter for the next chapter. As we all know, the Aldi War was very destructive to the world of the Halloumiverse, killing the people in Creeper Alchemy. But not all the people, you see. As our heroes venture through Creeper Alchemy, they find tapes. Normal, right? Wrong again. Why, you may ask? Well, Mike AutumnSpark is present in some of the audio logs, and we know this isn't just him adding his own logs, because he himself talks about quick soil experiments. The same experiments we saw in the abandoned testing track. There's no way that Mike could have planted these audio logs beforehand, meaning that somehow this place not only time traveled, but kept Mike alive. Let's look at the facts. Again. If Mike survived, how come nobody else did? Well, I believe there were survivors. Mike was essentially the right hand to William Giantson, helping him work on most of the experiments he did. And in the finale, we saw the cryo chamber prototypes, and one working cryo chamber. Was this just a neat callback to Aura Jacobs being trapped in the cryo chambers in the surface layer of the lab? I think not. Ladies and gentlemen, my theory is that William Giantson is Slim Willy. How, may you ask? Because of the cryo freezers. What if the one we saw in the finale wasn't the only one? You see, the MKD-3000, or mortal killing device, that Amos created exploded in the finale, causing a rupture in time and space. This rupture not only brought Creeper Alchemy to AutumnSpark, but brought Mike AutumnSpark and William Giantson too. How? I'm getting to it, hold on. When frozen, water expands to 9.0%, and we are 70% water, causing things to grow, like muscles and brains. So my theory is, Mike AutumnSpark detected an impending temporal shift, and he warned William Giantson. They hopped in a cryopod, causing William Giantson's muscles to expand, as well as his brain, giving him minor brain damage. The temporal shift hit, Mike unable to get in a cryopod quick enough, but freezing William Giantson in his frozen state, yet still alive, giving him a blue color and bigger body. Will knew his name was something about size, so he decided, since he was brain damaged, to call himself Slim Willy, because he was totally slim. Mike automatically wanted to help Will because of his previous experience, but Mike could never outright tell Slim Willy that his life was a lie. But wait, does that mean Slim Willy is human? Not exactly. In the finale, the reactor explodes, causing a temporal shift all around the world. We all know this. However, it also splits everyone's souls in two, including Slim Willy's. The other half doesn't have a body to survive though, so all good, right? Wrong. The explosion split William Giantson out of Slim Willy, giving him even more brain damage. When that happened, Slim Willy joined the time-traveling space guys, I forgot their names, and decided to wear a suit. And then, when Slim traveled to do a mission, his soul crashed into William Giantson's, giving William Giantson a suit, and then temporal collapse caused William Giantson to revert back to his human form. The shift dropped him right in the middle of an Aldi parking lot, where he bumped into someone accidentally. Someone named Shigeru Miyamoto. And after apologizing to him, William Giantson said a sentence that would change his life forever.
You wanna make a game called Donkey Kong?